What is the best NSFW life hack you know of? You don't have to go leaping straight for the clitoris like a bull at a gate. Give her a kiss, boy. When you're done peeing at a urinal, press down on the D at the place where the shaft comes out of the pelvis. This will cause all of the excess urine to leave your urethra, stopping the drip effect in your underwear. Edit. Thanks for that gold there. Okay, so you know those porn sites where it says you must be 18 to enter. Just hit yes, you'll get in anyway. Feed the men in your life lots of pineapple. After a long night of terrible eating, terrible drinking, and terrible indigestion, when you just know your it is going to be the worst, most butt-thutting burning rocket fueled it, be sure to butter your back door up with lip balm. Liberally, it's like nothing at all is happening, except a cool menthol mudslide. Next week, on Bum Bum, Quizelbuck shows life hacks how to differentiate lip balm from butt balm. You don't want to mix those up. When you know you're gonna throw up, drink iced tea. You will still throw up, but it's gonna taste a lot less awful. Not sure if this works for men's, but if you have a V that you are masturbating and you really need to get off quickly but it just doesn't seem to be happening, tense your thigh muscles as hard as you can, until it almost hurts. Then push through and keep tensing while you rub your clit. It works the best for me if I'm on my back, lifting both spread legs in the air at a 45-degree angle to the mattress whatever and holding them there like some sort of front up leg lift. Pushes you right over the edge. Done and done. Concerned about looking ridiculous? Stop worrying. The other people in the library are just jealous. Use your hand while you're giving a BJ. Make sure you have plenty of spit going on. If you're not deep throating, pay the most attention to the tip. It's easier to masturbate with your non-dominant hand than it is to work a mouse with it. Jerk off on your cat. Cat cleans itself equals no more wasted socks. Learn to love and be good at oral sex. With oral sex you can make almost any woman orgasm. Even the women that need the actual D. You can bring them to the point they throw you over and come pretty quick. From the title of the thread I thought I'd learn to hack vending machines or rob banks or something. But now I'm a veritable poon god with pineapple flavored spunk. And no girlfriend. Whoa. Shaving your pubic hair effectively adds an inch to your D size. Headphones and blindfold during oral sex. Before going down on her, put on some instrumental music. Explosions in the sky works nicely. And put the headphones on her. Blindfold her or cover her eyes with a towel. The sensory deprivation magnifies the sensation she feels as you pleasure her. Edit. Thank you, anonymous friend, for the Reddit gold. If you induce blindness, you can have a sex with people that you would normally consider unattractive. Form a C shape with your thumb, index and middle finger. Use the index and middle finger to stimulate the top wall of the V, using a come hither motion, while rubbing the clitoris with your thumb, or use your tongue to really push her over the edge. Back scratches feel better after sex. Murder is an excellent way of telling someone to shut the duck up. Sometimes it's quicker and easier to lift with your back and not with your legs. What? You asked for unsafe work practices. Take both her legs and throw them over your shoulders. When entering, tilt your hips down so the top of your D rubs nicely along the top wall of her V. Whenever I do this, my girlfriend's eyes roll back in her head. She calls me dirty names and promptly comes all over me. Sharing is caring. When you kill someone, don't forget to eat their heart so you can gain their courage. Their rich, tasty courage. Guys, rub one out before any major life decisions. Whenever you walk around the office, always carry a folder. That way if you are slacking around you will look busy. During missionary position, as a guy, move your hips up and slightly away from your partner when thrusting in. This will, hopefully, stimulate her clitoris and sometimes her G-spot or U-spot if you're doing it right. As a bonus, it presses on the bottom of her V as well, giving her a more full feeling. Timing Kegel contractions in unison with the thrusting is also highly encouraged. Jennifer Aniston getting poked in this position. NSFW obviously. Men, if you're nice to them, they bring you things. If you put a D in a V, it makes a small human sometimes. Every room that has a door is a bottle cap opener. Inside the frame you can use the striker plate to open any beer flawlessly. This is only NSFW depending on where you work. When shaving your private areas, male or female, wet the area under razor. Ignore soap shaving cream gel and go straight for the hair conditioner. Shave as normal. Skin will be baby smooth with no ingrown hairs or bumps. Learned this from a stripper when I asked if she had to constantly get Brazilian waxes. Can also be used to shave legs, facial hair or shave a guy's head. Masturbation clears the mind, cures headaches and just makes you feel good. And it's free. Toe jam is the best jam, aside from Space Jam. You know when you're taking a pee, if you contract a certain muscle you can stop the stream. If you get control of this muscle and contract it while you're orgasming, you will not ejaculate and can have a second orgasm with no refractory period. And people say only women can have multiple orgasms. Huh? Preventing the post-coital chaotic piss. Immediately before you take a leak, place your thumb and index finger at the very tip of your D right above and below the urethra. Gently squeeze your fingers together, opening up the urethra. You are now free to enjoy a piss that will fly straight and true. Can't find a girlfriend? Watermelon. A lot of the going down on women life hacks in this thread sound pretty rough. Many women will get oversensitized if you pull back the clitoral hood and stimulate the clit directly for too long. Some women can't handle direct sensation at all. Try to imagine if all of the nerve endings and the head of your D were condensed into a square centimeter, which may help you empathize with her and develop a sense of what might feel best. Sensitivity will not be the same for each woman, or be the same for your long-term partner every time. Listen to her, and when you're with a new partner or when in doubt, start gentler and work your way up. If you cut off your D, you won't have to worry about surprise boners in public. And for the women, gouging out your uterus will stop periods. Apparently if you break your arms, you can just get your mom to do the deed for you. Not too unsafe, but life-saving. Throw down some TP in the water before you poo. It will prevent Poseidon's kiss. Bonus NSFW story. I was exercising this one time and I was doing some ab stuff. Well, I kept in this position so long that my insides felt a little funny. I had an odd contraction. I'm a guy, and all of a sudden half chub then jizz in my pants. Also known as the rare but magical corregasm. If you're throwing up and having trouble holding down water, fill a bowl with ice and suck on the ice cubes. The water will help rehydrate you, and it goes into you so slowly that it's less likely to make you throw up like drinking water can. Also, supposedly sucking on the ice cube helps you stop throwing up. I tried this last weekend when I was sick, and it got me through a pretty rough night. If you remain celibate for life, you could literally be used for a blood sacrifice at any given moment in time. The less fingerprints you have, the better. Numbing lube works on the most awful of hemorrhoids. You will once again be able to sit and even walk. The relief I got when I remembered we had a tube of that we coincidentally only used for 6 once was unheard of. My butthole agony was no more. On the other hand, don't try Oragel. It sets your bat cave on fire. The average American man has sex once a week. If you up that to twice a week, you live an extra 3 years. The only tip here that gives you more time to do other life hacks. You're welcome. If you have bladder shyness at a urinal because someone else is beside you, imagine peeing on their head. You'll loosen right up. When you make love to your SO, wear the same cologne perfume every time. Don't wear it any other time. Once you've conditioned them to associate that scent with sexy times, you can start putting it on before dates, or secretly put a little on their collar before work. They'll be thinking about sex the entire time. Poop while naked. It is a life changer. Bing for porn. There was a reason Peter Parker, a tech-savvy teenage boy, was binging it. Coconut oil for anything 60 times. Tastes great. Smells great. Has antifungal bacterial properties and obviously, totally natural. May not be ideal with condoms, so be cautious. I was totally addicted to this stuff for a while with some past lady friends. There is nothing more arousing than lathering your special lady in coconut oil, giving them a full body massage which then leads to deliciously fragrant and slippery sex. Plus, After you're done, we're both so smooth. Give her a go and you will not regret it. However, on the rare occurrence that you did not have the time of your life, take the coconut oil, melt it in a pot on low. Add some raw cocoa powder and or slightly ground cocoa nibs. Then pour that mixture on some bananas. Chuck those bad boys in the freezer for a bit. Then bam, you got yourself some both frozen bananas. If you're going to drink at work, keep a bottle of hand sanitizer at your desk. When someone enters the room, use it. That way they assume that vodka scent is simply sanitizer. Every time I see source orgasms in this thread, I can't help but picture all the various brilliant comments on Reddit about science and technology infused with data and observations with multiple sources. I see a long and intricate comment like the acidity of the sea levels increases directly proportional to, and then at the bottom it just says, source, orgasms. Want to give any girl a phenomenal orgasm with your tongue? When you go down on her, move your tongue in these directions on her clit. Up, up, down, down, left, right, capital B, capital A. Gents, if you're eating spicy foods, bacon wrapped jalapenos in my case, wash your hands before you touch your wiener, or your lady's bit. Source, my BFS nickname is SR, Pinga Picante. Ducking, take a wide stance over the urinal. Don't stand back from it. The tip of the urinal that comes out is designed to catch piss drips. It's useless unless your D is directly above it. I hate seeing piss drops all below a urinal because you apes don't know what you're doing with your cocks. Get your piss together. Masturbating when you know you'll have little time for sleep. It replenishes you like that Mario 64 health hack with the water and coming up for air. Uncut guys using a fleshlight. Hold the base of your D and go up and down with the fleshlight and it rolls the foreskin up and down. Oh my god, it's good. You won't last more than a minute. Guys who want prostate simulation without putting anything in your bum still won't be as good as an object in there. Push your fist into where your bladder is right as you're about to come. AMD, move your knuckles back and forth. The pressure on the prostate feels really great. When 69ing, it's easier to deep throat with the guy on top and your head all the way back. It opens up your esophagus so you can take that D like a pro sword swallower. When going down on a woman, start at the earlobe and take your time. If you're worried about people who borrow your computer finding porn in your internet history, have 2 internet browsers. Only use one for porn and hide the porn browser. I just downloaded Firefox and took Safari off my desktop. Although, now Safari turns me on a little. Ducking classical conditioning. Man. Want to hide your porn? Own a Mac? Then create a folder with an inconspicuous name. An unused application is best for this situation. And add the data extension. The computer will think it's an application and hide it from regular searches as well. When trying to open it regularly, it will only come up with "this cannot be run." You have to use the show contents command to access what's inside. Meet Clark checking in. When preparing salmon to be skinned, just cut a small section near the dark side of the skin, in between the skin membrane and the meat. When done correctly, you can rip the skin off with your hands, but it tends to piss customers off when they see you do it. Learn how to change positions during intercourse without having your D fall out of her bag. Let's say you want to change from you being on top to her. First, take one of her legs, place it on your shoulder. Do same with other leg. Once both her legs are on your shoulder, start rocking back and forth, slowly building up until you can do a 6 somersault, where you end up with her on top and D never leaving bag. This is a great way to make new friends. Full stop. Sometimes you gotta smell test the coochie before you eat it. Normally this is not the case, but sometimes it is. So let's just be real about it and use the best solutions. Be sly about this, dudes. The idea is to give absolutely no indication that you're performing a smell test on the vagine. Get your fingers in there, and then use the coochie finger hand to grab her boob, and then suck the nipple of that boob. As you do that, you can slyly smell your fingers and decide what the deal is. You can also put the coochie finger hand on her head and kiss her ear, or whatever else might work. Blow on your D when you want to go but can't. The sensation of being outside will make it easier to urinate by triggering a bladder response to the stimulus.